Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Mad as a Goat. In today's episode, I wanted to talk about the lefties, the leftists, the liberal or woke minded folk of the world. Now, we all have our issues with the woke crowd, whether it be you disagree with their politics, whether you think they're just full of shit and they're pretending for likes and whatnot, or if you just don't like the way they talk. There's many reasons to dislike these people. Now, me personally, I'm sort of a centrist. I've got like some leaning towards the left wing kind of way of thinking, but also some more conservative things. I try to use reason. I don't try to just barrel in one direction. I try to look at the facts and decipher, my opinions from that. I don't like this idea with the left that it's like a hive mind, where it's all these people all going for the same thing, because obviously when you got that many people on the same page, they're not really going to be on the same page. Everyone's going to have their own agendas and reasonings and whatnot. And there's also that thing of, it does just seem like bullshit. Like a lot of these left-wing people, when a new cause comes out, well, better update the profile picture. We're going to put a Ukrainian flag on it this month. Oh, what's next month? Black Lives Matter? No, it's Palestine now. It's very obviously just people saying they strongly agree with this thing to fit in with that group of people. I feel like that's the majority of the woke crowd. I feel like a lot of these people don't look into the subjects that they're going on about. They don't fully understand it, and they probably just don't care, and that's why. Take, for example, the Palestinian Israeli war that's going on at the moment. Now, the woke crowd are all like, Palestine, 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 Palestine. Now look, they have had like a lot of issues between them and Israel over the years. I don't fully understand the history, but we do got to look at the fact that Palestine is using Hamas, which is an organized terrorist organization or whatever you want to call it. So they're not exactly the good guys. And when it comes to war, it's not really a thing of good guys versus bad guys. You got to think of the more important thing, like the civilians on both sides. See, these woke people are all about, oh, save Palestine, save their civilians. What about the Israeli civilians who have nothing to do with the conflict and are being blown to pieces? Fuck them! That's their attitude. Even recently, I've seen there's been this new thing of like anti-Semitism because it's Palestine versus Israel, and because we so care about freeing Palestine, we're going to start being anti-Semitic. I thought you were all woke and you cared about everyone and inclusiveness. Doesn't see how like every time they do this shit, they're so busy going on about their thing, they don't fully know the facts, they don't know the history, and they in the end just use it as an excuse to either get attention or to do something that deep down they really wanted to do. Like, let's be honest, hate against Jewish people has been around forever. It's just been a part of pop culture even at some points. Anyway, these people are just basically using Palestine as an excuse for that. They don't care about the civilians. They don't care about free Palestine even. All they care about is getting their likes and being able to say stuff about Jewish people. And that's just the way I see it. And if you go back through all their other causes, they're on it for like 5 minutes. They don't look into it. They just go like blanket statement in one direction. For example, the Black Lives Matter thing. There are a lot of innocent black people who do have prejudice put upon them. That's not all black people. You can't just say all black people are innocent, all black people need help. There are black people out there who are dealing with prejudice for no apparent reason who do need your help. There are others who are criminals and are basically welcoming the prejudice and hate into their life. You can't just blanket statement and just say, oh, we've got to treat all black people like they're really frail. That's another thing with the Black Lives Matter. And it's the same with the gay rights. They start, as soon as they jump on a cause, they start acting like these people are completely frail and can't speak for themselves. So they've got to do all the speaking for them, and you can't say anything about them or even criticize them a bit or we'll cancel you. Mate, that's just not how logic and reason works. You got to be open to discussion. You got to be open to different ideas. You got to be open to different opinions. And you don't have to like those opinions or even agree with them, but you have to let people say what they're going to say. That's how we, as a collective, get more intelligent. When you start shutting down people because, oh, it's not concurrent with the fake thing that I'm pretending to care about this month, you're ruining discussion, which means as a society we don't progress and we degress, which is what we're seeing. We're seeing like all over the world, you'll see it on the news all the time, like in the UK, they have a bunch of new immigrants that have come in, and because, we're woke and we're not going to screen them and we're not going to judge them in any way, if they want to run the streets and ask for Sharia law, spewing anti-Semitic hate and, being pro-terrorist fundamentalist groups, we're going to go with it because we're woke, and we're not going to look at the nuances of this, and we're not going to judge them as individuals. We're just going to say they're the ethnics and you have to like everything they do. Well, it hasn't really worked out that well. And some people say that the people fighting back against these people because they don't want Sharia law in their country are racist. Some are probably racist, but there's also the fact that, like, if someone comes to your country and they want nothing to do with your culture at all, and they want to completely change your country, they don't want to be in your country, they don't want to help it, they don't want to make it better, they're going to ruin things for everybody, including the good immigrants and the good people who come to the country and want to do the right thing and live with the people and, coexist and stuff. But because these leftists are like, oh, we can't judge any of them and you got to let them all in, it's all or nothing, because we've got a blanket statement, no fucking nuances in life at all, it's all black, white, left and right, you fucking morons, look what you've done. And now it's infecting our politics because these leftists are so fucking loud and so out there and cannot be ignored and will not be ignored that our politics are being changed because of it. And not for the better. In some ways, yes, there are things that are improving, but in other ways, the government can now just throw out blanket statements and do whatever the fuck they want because no one's really paying attention. And that's really my main gripe with these leftist people. They want to come here and preach and preach and preach. You haven't even done the research. You don't know what you're talking about. You're using blanket statements and you're not even going to look at the nuances. Like, just on the face of it, free Palestine. And how do you want to go about that? Because they want to go to war with Israel and they don't want to come to a compromise. They want to wipe them out. Genocide. Both sides are evil. That's the fact of it. That's how war works. There's evil people on both sides. Saying free this side and, fuck that side is not being woke. You're not even living up to this thing that you made up. You fucking retarded idiots. All you're doing is spreading more hate, the thing that you're apparently against. Fucking idiots. It's hard to even rant about this because it's so moronic and convoluted, it just drives me mad. But the thing is, with the Free Palestine, it should be fuck war. Help the civilians on both sides. But you're so busy pretending to be woke and care about people that you're not looking at the nuances, you're not looking at the smaller details, and you're not even looking at things that are right in front of your face, that innocent people on both sides are dying. But you're too busy saying Free Palestine and fuck Israel. Fuck out of here. You don't give a shit. Can these leftist woke dickheads shut the fuck up, because you're changing our politics in the way everybody has to speak, in the way everybody has to live, and no one's allowed to have a discussion or a difference of opinion or anything, because you'll get mad and cry and ruin everything, which you're doing. I don't know. I was all over the place on this rant. It's just, I'm so sick of this left-wing, right-wing, fucking moronic way of doing politics. It's not left, it's not right. It's right and wrong, maybe, yeah? But there's also nuances in this thing. We can't just shout Free Palestine, fuck Israel when innocent people are dying. That one's been annoying me a lot. Especially this fucking anti-Semitism. Like, you're using a war, civilians dying, as a reason to start saying fuck Jews. Fuck you, that's what I gotta say, and I ain't even Jewish. But I ain't gonna sit here and have people get on their high horse about their morality when you really boil it down, they're a fake poser piece of shit. Fuck all y'all woke motherfuckers, and fuck the right-wingers too. Be a centrist and use reason. Maybe that's something we should try out. Maybe listen to all the opinions and all the facts and then come to your own fucking conclusions, you fucking sheep. Anyway, another episode of Matters Ago done. Thanks for watching. I'll be back to be annoyed about something else. I don't know.